People want Zen to be useful. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a utility on top of it. So whatever it is that's built, first of all, nobody's forced to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I always bring the real world example that people almost cannot ever go against. Is Amazon.com first principles?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, it has nothing to do with crypto. A for-profit organization that's helping us get our trinkets over USPS and UPS and all that stuff. So we like Amazon. We don't say Amazon is evil for delivering goods to us that we pay them the money for. So we have an agreement to pay for some goods and we receive them. So we're pretty happy. Now, we know that Amazon is not first principles because they have nothing to do with crypto. But let's say that Amazon announces they take Zen as currency.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Zen? Did it become not first principles? No. Did it get better because Amazon gave it more reasons to exist and more utility? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What about somebody else? McDonald's. Also the same answer. Tesla. Same answer. Twitter.com. Are they first principles? Well, we know the mess they're in. I mean, but they have nothing to do with crypto. Like, let's say that they accept Zen as the cryptocurrency to be exchanged between Twitter accounts with their own wallet. We would be very happy, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. So now that we have established a baseline that the companies out there, the for-profit companies that will accept Zen, should they choose to, is actually great for our ecosystem. It's great for utility. It gives more value to Zen. X1 obviously is a crypto project, but being first principles or even being talked about as if it's first principles does nothing for Zen. Zen is immutable, no admin keys, and completely fair crypto. Building a company that presents utility for that cryptocurrency is a good idea. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, I could have started another Amazon.com if I wanted to. I mean, hypothetically speaking, I'll not be able to. But let's say that if I could, would people then blame Amazon2.com being not first principles and bad for Zen ecosystem? Absolutely not. People want Zen to be useful. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a utility on top of it. So whatever it is that's built, first of all, nobody's forced to be there. We're not converting Zen and making it useless. We're not saying that, by the way, get rid of your Zen, get this. We're saying anybody who wants to participate in this new project have an option as a Zen minter. And when that person ends up burning Zen, now that Zen that's getting burned actually improves the ecosystem by reducing the supply, just like ZenFTs did. And so that's awesome for everybody else who don't even know that X1 will exist. Like, imagine you being a person in the dark. I mean, well, not in the dark, but just not caring. You're a Zen minter.
Yeah.
A bunch of layer ones came up. They all use Zen. Your Zen's value all of a sudden pumping. And you're trying to figure out why. Well, that's because there's more utility for Zen. So having Zen everywhere, being accepted and being built on by any projects, whether whatever the principles that they follow, is a good idea.
Okay.
Because it actually gives more value and more reasons for Zen to exist. It gives it more utility. So, and I know that I went on a tangent, but because people are really curious about, do chains have admin keys? So chains, they have consensus mechanism, and the consensus mechanism is similar to a DAO, and a DAO is decentralized autonomous organization. It's an equivalent. It's a crypto equivalent of shareholders that can vote with their shares of cryptocurrency. Now, there's pluses and minuses to that. So remember, Ethereum had this DAO hack. Like, somebody ended up exploiting a contract that gave people rights to do certain things and just drained their treasury because they voted for that treasury to be transferred to their private wallet. So that's the history of Ethereum. So that's the dangers of having the DAO. because you're giving up some control of some sort of financial instruments, and then if you make a mistakes, everything's gone. So that's not necessarily ideal. Now, I'm not saying it's totally bad, but let's just say it presents more complexity. In terms of the way that our X1 is going to run, it's running this thing called proof of authority, where we're the authority that proven to have the best interest for the blockchain initially. In other
Okay.
words, we're running all of the validators. So we pay for the validators, we run those validators, we make sure they run the proper code and make sure they run really well, so that the value of people's cryptocurrencies that will be moving back and forth between chains can actually be safe. So the cool thing about the tokenomics that we're going to propose is that if you have X1 and you stake it on the X1 chain, you will
Hmm.
be getting yield from the fees that every person will be paying to use the chain. So you become a delegator, and a delegator is usually a person who holds a bag of X1, stakes it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. The longer you stake, the more amplification you're going to get. And so you burned XEN, or you got an airdrop for X1. Now you will be able to stake it and receive the rewards of chain success. And chain success is usually its ability to attract developers and attract users at the same time, so that it's actually used. And those rewards are collected and passed on to the stakers. So X1 stakers become, I guess, like I would say, co-investors in the success of the chain.
Okay.